My 9-year-old son asked me for a $50 loan. He offered me 10% interest. I laughed. 3 months later, he handed me $55 and a profit and loss statement. On a Saturday morning 3 months ago, my 9-year-old son walked into my home office, stood in front of my desk, and presented me with a piece of notebook paper. At the top, in orange crayon, loan agreement. Below it, in pencil, because the terms apparently required a more serious writing instrument, the conditions. $50 principal, 10% interest, full repayment in 90 days. He had drawn a signature line at the bottom and labeled it investor. He didn't ask for an allowance. He didn't ask for a gift. He asked for a venture capital seed round. My wife was standing in the doorway holding coffee, visibly trying not to laugh. My son stood perfectly still with the patience of a founder who has rehearsed his pitch. I signed it, handed him a $50 bill, fully expected to never see that money again. That was my first analytical error. Over the next week, things started disappearing from the house. 4 old picture frames from the hallway closet, my wife's unused mason jars from the pantry, a broken skateboard from the garage, a dusty box of vintage baseball cards I had forgotten I owned. I assumed my wife was decluttering. She assumed I was. Neither of us asked the 9-year-old. That was our second analytical error. 3 weeks in, a neighbor stopped me during a walk. "Your kid's store is doing really well." I didn't know my kid had a store. I walked to the busiest corner of the neighborhood trail, the intersection where joggers, dog walkers, and cyclists converge every weekend. My son was sitting behind a folding table purchased with part of the $50 seed capital, handmade sign, clean display, organized inventory, a cash box with actual compartments. He was selling refurbished household items. The old picture frames had been cleaned, polished, and fitted with stock family photos he printed at the library for 8 cents each, selling as ready-to-gift frames for $6 apiece. The mason jars had tea light candles dropped inside, purchased in bulk 12 for $3, marketed as premium outdoor lanterns at $5 each. The broken skateboard had been repaired using 3